We've got tips and recipes for healthy living. So for fun and inspiration, come and join us in the raw food world.
Welcome everybody, this is Matt Monarch with the Raw Food World TV show, and today is January 24th and it is Sunday. We just had an awesome day at the farmer's market in Ojai. We're loving it here. Angela wanted to share some things. I wanted to share some things today. A lot of people have been asking what's been going on, like with the Juice Feast. How was your experience? How was your experience at the Tree of Life? And Angela's gonna start talking about it.
Yeah, we had a fantastic time at the Tree of Life. We were there for a month in total, and we juice feasted the whole time. Green juice feasting, and we were doing body work and colonics at the same time. Amazing healing results, and we actually have our scans here from Dr. George, who we were doing the chiropractic adjustments and body work with. And we didn't show you guys these things yet, and they are so cool. Like, I'm so glad that he does this, because it satisfies the left brain in terms of what was actually going on with all the treatments we were having with him. Like, we could feel like we were feeling really different after having the car accident, and we were all kind of crunchy when we first got there and holding a lot of tension because we'd been on the road for like 7 months or something, pretty much non-stop, doing talks like 4, 5, 6 times a night. It was like, ah! And then we got there and we started to do this work with him, and we could feel that there were a lot of changes happening in our bodies, and these scans that he does show exactly what was happening.
Yeah, I mean, I noticed I was having profound results from the very beginning. He uses the Graston technique to just go right in there and everything like this. Like, my entire structure back here, my neck especially, is so profoundly different. Like, it feels like my head's just floating all the time. It's like I didn't even realize I had pain there. It's just like, wow, amazing.
He says that he feels like Gumby all the time. I don't know what that means. I think if you're from the UK, it's like morph. I was going to show you the difference on these charts. So I'm not sure how clearly you can see this, but this is my chart from, this was from December the 16th when we first arrived there. Okay, so he puts these like sensor things all the way down your back, and he monitors how much energy flow there is on like all these different areas down your back, like how everything is flowing and working. And if there's a red, then it means that it's not going well. If there's blue, it's kind of not so great, but it's not as bad as red. If there's green, it's like and then white means it's good, right? And sometimes these things like go off the scale and then it goes black. So red is really not good, blue is like not so good, green and white is good. So this was me in December. I was like all this red, all this tension, especially around my neck, because when we had the car accident, I hit my head and there was whiplash and all this kind of stuff going on up here, and also in my mid back there was all this stuff. Alright, so you can see a lot of red and greens and blues. I only had 2 whites down here, right? Now this was a month later. Unbelievable. No reds anymore at all in my whole chart. Just some blues, like 5 blues. Everything else, like the majority of it, is white after a month of working with George. Just incredible transformation. He like crunched some numbers for us, and he was saying on both of our charts there were areas where we had something like a 400% increase in the flow between the 2 charts, and that was just in 1 month. He said our transformations were in the top 10 that he'd ever seen while he was working there.
And also, we were juice fasting the whole time, so he was also saying that expedited the process. My chart, so we got scanned, keep in mind, we got scanned before this once too, before the car accident. And I didn't have as much red as Angela did until the car accident. because the car actually hit me, like, into the driver's door, so I got it hit really bad. So, look what happened to me.
Look at this. This was his on December the 16th.
It wasn't like that before that, though. Like,
Black.
yeah.
All this red.
And then
You
look
actually
at the
didn't
top
have
of-
any whites on
Yeah.
that one.
My first scan, I had a lot of whites and greens and stuff like, and blues and stuff, but after the car accident, it totally trashed me. But then he fixed me.
Look at that. That thing that was off the hook went down, and everything else is white, green, or blue.
Yeah, I didn't even know that I was having issues or anything until he started working on this, and then I was like, wow, I'm floating now. So remember the other day I was talking about how I was going to talk about some stretching that I do now? Like, I don't want this to ever go away. Like, this is just amazing. This is the way it's supposed to be. So every morning when I wake up, I spend seriously like 20 to 25 minutes specifically stretching my neck every single morning. And in the morning, it's not even that I'm only stretching. I'm not only getting my neck, but my whole entire upper back area here with my spine and my shoulders and stuff like that. So when I wake up, I just sit Indian style, and then what I do is I just put my head down like this, and I kind of like go like this. And when I do this, yes, I'm stretching my neck here, but I even feel it more so in my back area and my shoulder blades. And that's where like I'm really stretching. And I just sit there until all the pain's gone. Like, I just want to be so fluid that there's no pain ever. And I've been doing this for like 4 or 5 days. It's amazing. I'm a little sore because my body's not used to it. But as I keep doing it, it's just going to be amazing. Now, I'm already getting amazing results. It's just crazy. Like, I could just love it. And so the importance of stretching is just key, in my opinion, all parts of the body. Even if it's just so simple, you don't have to do major stretching. But, you know, Dr. George was saying, like, if your spine goes and gets calcification on it, that's the end. Like, your quality of life is just going to go down. Like, even if it's just, like, if you're older and you have really bad posture, it's like, you know, even just going into those pain bits and just sitting there. I've just been stretching all the time. And raw foods doesn't necessarily heal that sort of thing. You got to, like, stretch. It's another big piece of the puzzle to keep flexible.
Yeah, one of the things I'm excited about that I worked on with George was, remember this part in my mid-back was really red. When he first started working on me and he was doing like kind of classic chiropractic cracking adjustment things, it was really stiff in that part of my mid-back. And he was saying, like, wow, this is kind of unusually stiff for somebody of your age, and if you left this in like 20 years time, you'd have like a pretty serious issue going on there. There would be like basically no movement, no flexibility, a lot of calcification. So that was something that he was working on me, like breaking down all of the calcification around there and getting it more fluid. And it was like major movement by the end of it. I mean, you can see like it it was really red in there, and then by the end of it, it was like whites and greens and blues. So I felt really grateful to be there working on that, especially because I wouldn't have known that. I wouldn't have known, like, hang on, it feels like in 20 years, if I don't do something about this, I'm going to have a major issue in the middle of my back, I don't know stuff like that. I'd never seen a chiropractor before at all. So overall, it was an absolutely fantastic experience being at the tree. And another thing that might be a little bit too much information for some people again, but I feel like the colonic sharing stuff is kind of important. Since doing that series of colonics, I probably did, I lost count, something like 13, 14 colonics during 30 days there. It was like every other day. I'm finding that my bowel movements right now are even more regular than they ever were before, and just very consistent, and just the flow through my body feels very, very good. I think it also has a lot to do with the chia flower that I'm enjoying so much at the moment. I just wanted to put that out there because I think a lot of people have concerns about, oh, if I do colonics, won't I become dependent on them and all that kind of stuff. And my experience has been the total opposite with this. My bowel movements have just become so much better from it. Thank you.
And we've got...
That's just Next Monarch.
And Matt Monarch, and we'll see you again tomorrow at the Raw Food World TV show.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you at the Raw Food World.